Hey people of the grid, it is Tuesday, October the 25th. Getting a tea for Tammy, a coffee for me, and then I'm on my way. It's gonna be a long drive. That's everything good?
Yeah, it's good.
Whoa, what are you having?
A wrap.
A wrap with a pail of Nutella. Sammy Pepper, what you got going there?
Pancakes with whipped cream.
Nice.
Yeah. Where is your coat, Ethan?
And you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, I just got to pack up my stuff and get ready to go here. Bringing a laptop, bringing my backup power. I'm going to try this on this trip. I just dropped Ethan off at school bright and early. Then I had to come back. Got Ethan, got Amelia and Samantha, who we just dropped off Samantha. And now we're going to get Amelia to school bright and early as well. And I'm off on my way to Edmonton. So, yeah, a little crazy this morning. Hey there, people of the grid. So today I'm going to talk about batteries a little bit. First of all, I'll talk about the big battery inside of the Tesla Model S, the Light Runner here. Now, I didn't charge it to full because I know that I'm going to stop for a meeting in Red Deer, which is where the supercharger is, and I'm going to supercharge there too. So I figured, why run it to full when I know I can make it? And so here's what I did. So I only charged it to about, I think that's 70%. I did a bit of driving, dropping off the kid, down to 233 kilometers, and I'm going to Red Deer, which is 159 kilometers away. So I've got plenty of range to make it. And down here on trip, it says I'm going to make it with 15%. So that's about it. Well underway, and shouldn't be a problem at all. Now, with winter driving, not much to it. All I do different is I charge the car the night before. I always try to have it charging or finishing charging just before I'm ready to leave, because the activity of charging heats up the battery. So that way battery is at a comfortable operating temperature. And the one other thing I do, and I didn't do it today because it's only 0 degrees Celsius, it's not that cold, but when it gets colder, I'll preheat the car. Preheating the car heats the cabin of the car, and it also heats the battery and gets it up to the right operating temperature so that it's working nominally. And that's it. I guess tip 3 for winter driving, Tammy does this all the time, is use the heated seats. The heated seats warm you up really quick. They also warm up the cabin too, so, and they're apparently a little more efficient than the heater, but I haven't worried about that energy loss. It's so negligible that it really, and then I guess fourth, if you're going an extra long distance, you can set it into range mode under settings, which will basically reduce the power output of the fan for the heating or the cooling. It reduces the power output, and it also torque sleep one of the motors and just let it free spin while the other does the job. So you're using less energy that way, I guess. It does work if you need it. All right, the next battery I want to talk about is this bad boy. This is the NOCO GB40. I've been looking for this forever. So basically, you know, we camp, we do a ton of camping, and so I had this portable battery pack. It was, I don't even know who made it, but it was lunchbox style, super heavy. But that box had jumper cables, so if we ever ran low on the vehicle battery, because sometimes we would use the vehicle battery to run stuff in the trailer, as well as the trailer batteries, you'd get in a low battery situation, I'd have to jump the vehicle. That box could do that. The other thing we used that box for was charging our devices, so our cell phones, our Game Boys at the time, or DSs that the kids bring, or the iPads that the kids bring, any number of devices you could plug in via USB. It would charge up our devices. It had a light as well, so at night on the camping table you could turn on almost like a little mini lantern. The booster cables we used a lot, and we used power all the time. And then I don't know what happened, it just, well, a loud pop happened, and after it popped it would still give off power and charge, but I didn't feel comfortable using it. We responsibly disposed of it, and then I kind of gave up on those things because I wanted the power, but the next box up was even heavier, and I thought, you know what, forget it. And shortly after that we got a generator, and for those times we dry camped, we used the generator. Now that was about 6 years ago, so if you fast forward to today, that's what got me excited about this. because it's less space, more energy, enough energy to crank over a vehicle battery if it's dead, and it's lithium. It's the new battery chemistry. So that's why I went back to these guys, because now this is super light too. Like it looks like it might be heavy, but it's not. It's super light, and so that's going to meet all of our power needs while we're camping. And it's rugged, so you know, when we're camping, the kids are dropping stuff. I'm dropping stuff. It gets wet. It gets a little muddy. That bad boy's going to be fantastic. It's the way to go. It's awesome. Yay, traffic on the highway. Why? I don't know. Oh, and check out the stuff I got with this guy. Cool carrying bag, the jumper cables, then you can boost the vehicle. Please hold. My favorite little thingy that it came with is this. So in the truck or the trailer or anywhere, any vehicle, I can plug this into the cigarette lighter adapter and charge it up, so it's always fully charged, ready to go. That's pretty sweet. Bam! Turn it on, tells you it's fully charged. That's the end. If you need to jump a battery, you just basically plug that into the cables, and then I think this guy gets it active, that button, so that you can actually boost a battery and start a vehicle. I'm going to test that out on my truck. The battery's kind of been flaking out on the truck. Usually it starts up. It's in the colder weather, so maybe before winter we'll be replacing it, but I might have a chance to test it on the truck. Maybe when I get back from this business trip. So that'll be in a couple of days. A light button there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is off. They count off as a light mode. So I'd say it has 6 light modes realistically. Off isn't a light mode. This outputs a full 2.1 amps, which means it'll fast charge any of my USB devices. 2.1 amps is what you want to get. So, and there's bigger ones that have more plugs and more power. So I'll probably upgrade to a bigger one down the road. But like I said, for now, yeah, loving it. So I got to tell you guys a funny story. You know, I've always loved batteries. I've always loved solar. I've always loved electricity. I think I have genetically passed that on to Ethan and the girls too. But I remember when Ethan was little, he was fascinated with batteries. The little AA cells. We're like, where are all of our batteries? The kid was hoarding them. He would take batteries and he'd stash them under his bed. He'd have them under his pillow. He'd be holding a battery in his hand while he slept. That kid knew the future was in portable power. Unbelievable. And he still loves batteries to this day. I do too. Love the battery in the Tesla, which has like 7,000 odd cells in it that make this trip possible. And I love rechargeable batteries like that guy. So yeah. And I'm excited about what's happening with battery chemistry. It's just getting better and better all the time. Energy density is going up. Weight and space and cost are coming down. It's just getting better and better. Oh, and just to give you an idea of how when I do these trips, I set Autopilot on, and the Tesla does the driving. It also does the maintaining of the speed, which is really, really nice for me because I don't always maintain the speed. So I usually have it set at 5 kilometers above the speed limit. So you just pull back this cruise control stalk, and it just adjusts its speed, and it'll now hold this speed and do this for as long as I need to. And this speed is really, really good because when you get too close to trucks or to other vehicles, you get rocks that kick up and chip paint and chip windshields. This speed keeps me going fast enough that I'm not bumping up into other people because everybody's driving too fast, and reasonable enough speed that people can pass me. I'm in the slow lane, they can go by, and I have a nice relaxing trip. All right, made it to Red Deer. Time for a quick meeting, and then I'll be over to Supercharge and do lunch, and then I'm on my way to Edmonton. All right, ready to go to my meeting. Looks like just around half of the battery's gone in. My iPad is full. Made it with tons of range left, 46 kilometers, so no issues at all. The roads were good. Trip, I think originally it said 13 and I made it with 11, so the roads were a bit wet, which has a bit of an impact on range, but no real issues. I was toasty warm and made it no problem. Meetings are done here in Red Deer. I got the car supercharging and thought I'd go for a quick ride, and then I'm going to go grab a quick lunch, and then I'll be on my way. Alright, back at the car. Lunch is done. Ready to continue on my way to Edmonton. I'm just going to grab a coffee because I haven't had enough sleep. Coffee's going to help. Car is full, pretty much, and ready to go. All nice and green. I usually go and capture the amount of energy I've put in. 69 kilowatt hours from the supercharger, which netted me 381 kilometers of rated range. Hey guys, well that is pretty much a wrap for my day here. Started out in Calgary bright and early, then the trip up to Edmonton. And the day in Edmonton here, rainy. No snow, but rain. So tomorrow, Wednesday I'm here in Edmonton, Thursday I'm here in Edmonton, Friday I'm coming home, and we're taking Tammy out to celebrate her birthday. So going to be very cool next couple of days. I'm also charging up the boosted board back in the room, so hopefully if it stops raining, maybe tomorrow at the end of the day I can get out here in Edmonton and do some boarding. I did some in the garage at the hotel. That was pretty good. If you had a great Tuesday, and catch up with you all tomorrow.